Okay, we're on to part 3 of using aseptic technique. We've already transferred a loop full of sterile water into a sterile broth, and after incubation we're hoping that that is still sterile. Okay, so once again I'm going to take my inoculating loop and I am going to flame it. Then I am going to get my E. coli culture, and it would be in a culture tube. I'm holding it by the glass. These substitutes don't work as well. I'm holding it by the glass, not the lid, because if I picked it up by the lid, the glass might fall down and then I'd have E. coli all over me, and that's not good. Okay, I take the lid off, I hold it in my hand, I don't put it upside down, I flame the loop, okay? Not the loop, the lip of my tube. I take my loop, I put it in, I get a loop full of the broth culture. Then I flame again and I put the lid on. I put that back into my test tube rack. Now I take my broth culture, my sterile broth culture that I've labeled, and I remove the lid again, holding it in my hand, keeping the tube tilted, flaming. Then I put that in, I flame again, and I set that down, and then I flame my loop. So notice a couple of things. I am always picking up these culture tubes by the glass, not the lids, because if the lid is loose, again, that could be very bad. If I picked it up like that, you know, they would come apart and possibly cause a spill. I only have this open for a very short time, just long enough to take the lid off, flame, get what I need, flame, put the lid on. I do that to keep it from getting contaminated. The longer it's open to the air, the more likely there's some contamination. And I also do not take any of these lids. Let me use this one now. When I take these lids off, I hold them with the open end down. I'm not touching everything because I don't want to hold it like this. If I hold it like this, I've contaminated it. If I set it down, I've contaminated it. If I've set it down and turned it up or held it up, I've contaminated it. So I hold it like this. Now, culture tube lids are a lot easier to hold. They're longer, so the edge wouldn't even be touching my hand. Okay, so remember, aseptic technique is to keep you, and I just touch my glasses, it's such an easy thing to do, but to keep you from getting contaminated with these microbes, or your classmates, or anyone else that might be in the room, and to prevent contamination of your cultures. All right, that is the end of